Imagine if we had an engine for this. Welcome back to a slightly different episode of the Mr. Clean Space program, where we're gonna make a rocket of sorts, but it's gonna be a little bit different. Today we're gonna send Chad up again, but this time... Hello. Today we're gonna take Chad, and what we're gonna actually do is we are going to attach rocket motors to him, of course. That is just the...
Hi.
See, today what we have planned is we have Chad here, right? We got classic skeleton man Chad. Well, we have a plan for him today that's a little bit different. Today's plan is a little bit different than the others, to which we're actually going to be making a wingsuit for Chad. The scariest part of this is how simple this will be to build, considering the fact that not only is the wingsuit just going to be made out of cardboard, because not only is it A, the lightest thing, and B, it's going to look the funniest, it's also just going to be, you know, simple to do. First thing I'm doing is I'm taking a single piece of cardboard and tracing out one of the wings, and then I'm going to do the same for the other side, and then we're going to take some hot glue, put it on Chad, and well, there we go. Hopefully we'll be able to get Chad back after this. I don't think that he'll go too high up to a point where it'll actually be detrimental to Chad, but, well, we will see. This thing is, gonna be interesting because, we haven't done this before. We're putting a wingsuit on a plastic skeleton that I got off Amazon. I meant to say I summoned it. Anyway, it's as simple as it looks. Just make the wingsuit and cut out the wing, and then you do the same with another wing, and now then we're just gonna hot glue it right to the edge of Chad, and do the same with the other wing, and then the engine's gonna be right in the middle. And, we're gonna electrically ignite this one so that we can have it where the thing goes off, and well, it'll be pretty good. It'll be an overall nice flying thing. You have any comment to add to that? One wing, another wing. It's like a Dr. Seuss book here. We're gonna cut out the other one, and then I'm gonna cut off a tiny little bit of this, which will then be able to pretty much just make our little wingsuit, and then glue it onto Chad, put the motor on, and then we watch whatever happens unfold. It's gonna be a good time. You act like you don't care about Chad.
Metal monarch, mountain mud nerd, obsidian, ocean ostrich, oxygen, phoenix, pig, pigeon, plankton, plant, pressure, rain, robot, sand, sea, seagull, shark, sky, statue, steam, stone, storm, sun, sunflower, swamp, sword, tobacco, tool, tsunami, village, volcano, wall, warrior, water, wave, wind. And I forgot air, airplane, algae, armor, atmosphere, bacon, bird, birdhouse, blade. Hi. Let's look at the definition of alchemy. So it is alchemy. Let's take 2 Chads and turn it into 5 Chads. If you're gonna make a game like that, you can at least make it, like, semi-accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can you give an example?
Okay, so like a monkey asking how to...
Come again? What is your example?
Okay, so how come... The least you could do is at least make the game accurate.
Okay.
Like, how come 2 bricks turns into, like, 20?
Yeah.
Then 40 bricks turns into a painted house.
Yeah.
And then 2 painted houses turns into a village of 3 painted houses. But both of the houses were painted the same color. All of a sudden, the village is made up of 3 houses painted different colors.
Yeah.
And then, if you add a 3-house village to another 3-house village, turns into Black City, aka Chicago. I need to show you guys something. So watch this. I take my brick, I put it out there. Now, I take another brick, and I add it. Now it's a wall. Look. 2 bricks just turn into like 50 bricks. Then you take another brick wall, turns into a painted house. Another painted house turns into a village, but they're all painted different colors. Then you do it again. Now it's Chicago. It's a Black City.
So it seems I've gotten our first little bit of the wingsuit done. We're going to have this, which is going to be the motor holder on the back, and then this is going to be what's actually attached to Chad. And not only am I going to glue it to the back of Chad as such, but we're also going to have it where the wings, they bend up a bit. And, well, to be honest, it's going to be quite great. Now it's time to affix the wingsuit to Chad himself.
Chad is pinata. Just stop hanging yourself. You're okay, Chad. Now he's got a full head of hair. He's got a hole in his skull. You see that? No. No, Chad.
And now for the combination of two incredible things. Look at that. Well, so we're almost there. All we have to do now is just, affix the engine to the inside of this thing, and then we should be ready to go. This is maybe gonna work, I think. Do you think it's gonna work?
Chad. It's gonna melt his butt off.
We're looking at this
It's gonna
now.
melt his butt off. His ass is gone.
Well, now that we're done, we can just go outside with our igniter and, we can fire this off and see how it goes. First skeleton in space.
Did you put the launchy tube thing on that goes on the launch pad thingy-majigger?
Yeah. Anyway, now that we've got this all on, we're ready to go. So, we kind of got him on the pad now. He's raring to go. We're launching it down here this time because he wants to, I guess. If it goes into the lake, I blame him, but I don't know if it actually will or not. Maybe he'll lift off the ground, maybe he won't. We'll see. We're gonna go right down there, and it's gonna be oh gosh. Now that we're out here, we have all the equipment set up. He's down there with the, with the igniter. I think we're pretty much ready to go whenever. So, okay. You know what? I'll go over here. We can begin whenever you feel
down,
ready.
the wind's like dying down.
Okay, are we ready?
Yep. Give a countdown from 3.
2, 1.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
No! Oh my god, he exploded! Chad! Where is he?
His head. Where's his leg?
Oh god. I mean, I knew it wouldn't work, but gosh, I didn't think he would literally explode on the ground like a cartoon.
Yeah, he didn't even like fall
Yeah,
off.
he just
He
snapped.
snapped.
I think his neck is actually inside of his head.
Well, you know what?
But he got the...
In all, I think that was a success. We have a bigger rocket to launch, but by bigger, we mean smaller, but that doesn't matter. It's not the size of the rocket that matters, it's the engine. Anyway, what we're doing here is we have a rocket that we're going to launch, of course, and my uncle actually built this for me. He said, hey, I got a big rocket for you. We're going to bring it down and you can go and launch it. This thing is much larger than any of the previous rockets we've launched in terms of engines.
It's actually much smaller.
Yeah, it's actually the tiniest rocket we've ever launched.
Here it is
there's-
compared to scissors.
It's fairly
See?
tiny. You
And
know
then
that, like, yeah.
Here's the scissors compared to my hand. And then here's my hand compared to an iPhone 7. And then here's my iPhone 7 compared to Bose earbuds. And then here's Bose earbuds compared to a standard wallet. See? Pretty small.
As you can tell by that glorious description, this rocket is not very large, but that's not what matters. It's the fact that it has two of the most powerful engines that you can pretty much buy stuck into the bottom of it. There is 2 F engines on the inside of this. What's the biggest engine we've used thus far?
I've got to take a piss.
The answer is E, my friends. We've only used E's, okay? We've used other engines such as C's and D's before, but yes, I know D's are larger, okay? See, D engines are actually the most powerful out of the engines, but they're actually some of the smallest because they're actually shorter than C engines, but they're wider. They're about as wide as an E, but they're about a third they're 2/3 the size of this, okay? But they have more propellant in them somehow. I don't really understand how that works, but it doesn't matter, okay? E engine, biggest in terms of size. But if you compare it to this, you can see the engine ends up here, okay? And it also it's wider, okay? It's a big engine! Here, look, for context on the inside of this engine, the E engine's actually about the diameter of the inner bit of this. So, big. Anyway, we're just gonna get things started off, and we're not using the launch pad this time, because I feel that what's actually been hindering our launches is the launch pad. Because think about it, the thing rocks around a lot, it has a pivot which it barely even holds on to. I don't like the thought of that, so instead we're gonna take the rod and just stick it into the ground and then launch it off of that, because I feel that would actually probably just be the best overall in terms of how that might work. So we're gonna do that. And aside from that, yeah, we pretty much are ready to go. We're gonna bring the fuse and blowtorch just in case this doesn't work, but we actually have two igniters wired into the two engines, and we're gonna use our launch controller. And if that doesn't work, we have a bundle of two fuses again that are just kind of stuck over together. Anyway, we have our pole that we're just gonna go out there with, and then we're gonna go down there with our controller and other stuff. And well, we're gonna have a rocket. Off we go. We've got all our stuff in a nice little bag here. He's got the blowtorch in case we need it, but I think that we should be good. Is there a rocket launch? Yeah, there is. Right now. We're on our way down now.
You hear that too?
I do.
Oh, I guess there's gonna be
Whoa,
two rocket
there's two rocket launches. Whoa, like SpaceX can beat us. NASA has nothing on the Mr. Clean Space program. I have full respect for both companies, but I'll be honest, I think we have the best rockets.
Watch us like get a knock on our door at like 12 p.m. It's the FBI. They're
here to uncover our secrets?
No, they got called that a model rocket took down the rocket at their launching.
So we decided this time to do a new like launch area because we know we're not really gonna get this rocket back. So we figured why not just go over here to this more open area. I mean, look at this. This is great. If it goes into a lake, then it goes into a lake. But I mean, hey, we've got room here. I mean, good time. So we got our pole set up here, and it's pretty much completely straight. We just gotta bend it back a little bit to reach to where it should be. But that's pretty much how it is. And, yeah, rocket, big launch, let's go. So I had the idea just now to put some shells on the bottom here to kind of hold this thing up. We have our two igniters kind of just held in there. Don't worry, the pin isn't in, so we're fine. But, aside from that, we're pretty much ready to go. And this time I'm going to set it off. Would you mind recording?
Sure.
All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Count it down.
3, 2, 1.
Well, that was disappointing.
Well, it went.
Oh.
My God.
Just blew the top off.
Jesus. We ended up sitting back there sulking for a bit, and, it's kind of sad as we were hoping it would go off. I figured out what the reason was, though. One engine actually went off before the other engine did, so it happened to be where, well, you see, one engine went off about a quarter second before the other one did, and although it's barely that long of a time, it was still enough for the thing to not work. It pretty much it lifted off, but only one went, so it was off to one side, and then the other one went, which kept it going there, and it was a fiasco. Although I refuse for the night to be that much of a failure, Sir Speedo already left, but I myself am actually going to go back out to the launch site and do another rocket. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to stick the pole much farther into the ground so it doesn't move it at all, and I'm also going to put another engine in this, wrap the parachute properly, and then launch it. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be furious. I set up the thing now, and I now have an engine in there. I have everything I need. I've properly put in the parachute. I'm going to stick that launch pad far into the ground. I'm gonna go as far as I physically can and then stick the actual pole in there. I am getting this to work. I've got Floor Goblin along with some other miscellaneous characters like my other brother and him. Wait, what do you want to be called? You'll probably end up showing up a couple times in the future.
Nico.
Okay, I'll just call him Nico. Well, now that we're back here with the gang, we're gonna set this up again. Well, now that we're out here again, we have the whole thing set up and that thing should go up. It should. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very upset. Give a countdown on 3.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ignition!
Yeah! That's what we want! And hopefully yeah! Now that is what we're looking for, my friends. So that was what was supposed to happen. The launch pad worked successfully. It's kind of spinning. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's spinning around a bit. And right up there. Anyway, this is gonna come down and should land on the ground, I think. Good time. So it's about to land. It's gonna land on the land too. Hey, let me get to it, children. Oh my gosh, that worked successfully. And well, God, finally. Well, that went up about the approximate 1,000 feet. So I think that was a relative success. The parachute is completely fine. Yeah, that's completely fine. Next time I'll be putting in some more wadding to hold that all in there, but that worked successfully. So I'm gonna get Sir Speedo down here soon and, well, we'll launch this a couple more times.